Now let's switch to one of our first customer discussions, Servier Pharma, represented by Laurențiu. Hi, Laurențiu. Thank you very much for making the time. So it's really a nice pleasure to have you during our event. And I had a couple of questions regarding, our journey so far and how the digital transformation actually looked like in Servier. So you were actually one of our first customers, a pioneer when it comes to automation in companies in Romania. So give us a bit of a background, how this collaboration started with us and why you chose Druid.
Hello everybody. The digital transformation, it is a big word that comes, and you heard the digital transformation nowadays more than in the past. But this is something that we have experienced since from the beginning of the IT department in Servier in Romania. Why I'm saying that is that because from the beginning we had in our minds the motto digital first. So all the processes that we have, all the process that we had in the past, we try first to implement it in a digital way. And if we failed on that, from different reason, we keep it analog. But what can I say after 18, 19 years almost in Servier, that there is not a single process that you cannot digitize or digitalize. So that's why we always looking forward to use the technology, the latest technology, to implement it in the company with one purpose: to easy or to make the life of our internal clients easier when we are talking about the technology or processes.
So this is really interesting, as you mentioned, to make life easier for the clients. And I know from all the experience that we had so far with our customers is that there is a change management process all the time happening when adopting a new technology. So tell me a bit more about how, the chatbots were adopted in the company. What were the reactions? Were people scared to talk with them, or what kind of questions they asked? Because we want to see exactly how the project actually evolved from where it started and how it is right now.
So from my perspective, or from our perspective in Servier, because we always trying to bring new things, the resistance to change is not very high.
Okay.
But of course, you need to market very well the new services or products that you want to offer them. So we took in our consideration all the aspects of the daily life. So if we are talking about chatbots, I already said that we have a lot of processes already digitalized. So the chatbot comes like a gloves to bring added value on the processes that we already have. So in fact, we just give them another tool to achieve easier some of the processes that we already have. So the transition to the chatbot, it wasn't very complicated because they already started to use Microsoft Teams, for example.
Okay.
And they already started to be very let's say, easy to talk to each other using the chat in the Teams. So to have another friend, another colleague virtual this time on the Teams, it wasn't a very complicated way. And more than that, it's let's say it's a colleague that give them free time, because now I'm talking too much. Give them what they don't have to bother to think too much. So if they need to sign something or to send a request or something like that, they can do it by a chatbot. So the chatbot can do it for them.
So I think it's really interesting what you pointed out, because the chatbots become, those senior employees in the company that know everything and helps them all the time. So this leads me to my next question. Tell us a bit more about the processes that at this point you automate via the chatbots.
So in the beginning, we thought to put only the signature part of our processes to be done using the chatbot. Then, starting for that, we added step-by-step processes like holidays or to ask about the compliance, GDPR, and different other questions. Also, we have question and answer for IT. We have for IT, it was very simple because this is a part from our know-how, knowledge. So this is a process that helped us to get rid of some questions that they may have. And for example, for the future, we want to more and more use the chatbot for expenses reports, for holiday we already have, for creating contracts to verify suppliers and so on.
Okay, so the chatbot will be answering to all types of questions. So I think it would be really nice to see its evolution. Laurențiu, so I know that at this point, not only that we have worked together for the project here in Romania, but we also extended at group level in another 3 countries. So tell me a bit how you took the decision to actually do this expansion and what's next for the future.
This is a part of our local ambition. Before telling you about why we choose to go outside, the main reason that we have in our mind it is that we really believe that in Romania we have a very good and a lot of talents in IT fields, and we are always trying to build something that is from the beginning available or can be available to entire world. The chatbot from Druid is not the only project that we've made it for other countries. We have another 3 or 4 other projects that are already used in more than 25 countries in Servier. So when we are building something, to be available everywhere is our first idea. So we built it for Romania, but with the thought that it can be used by other countries. That's why it was quite easy to implement in Germany or Spain, because it was very easy to be adopted by them. And I'm so happy that they are already use the chatbot in those countries.
So we're also very happy, and it's really nice to see the rollout of this technology happening from Romania towards, other countries, because it means that exactly how you were saying, there are great minds here in Romania that all the time, boost projects in other countries. So thank you very much, Laurențiu, for all the insights. It's really, really nice to have you not only today, but throughout the journey since the beginning, because you were from our first customers. And we're really looking forward to see the new projects that we'll do together.
Me too. Nice to meet you too. Thank you.
Thank you.